Hey folks, if you have a minute, if you look on the document reader, okay, which is right here, this is Judge Bellis, okay? Now, she is not only rigging the Republican convention, she rigged the Democratic convention as well. So she's the judge in charge of politics. She heard the Alex Jones trial, and she fined him, I don't know, $850 million. There's a question. Judge Blowy lived around the corner from Sandy Hook. It's ugly, folks, if you look at the facts, which none of the newspapers will take the story. I've written them, and they have refused. So yesterday we approached FSB, and, we haven't heard from them. They did run the Aaron story because they're interested in smearing candidates, but not themselves. So when you look at this case on the document reader, it's very important. Dennis Bradley was the senator in Bridgeport. He was framed. State Senator Ed Gomes challenged the party, filed the paperwork, and Judge Bellis screwed him. And he keeps screwing him. And in the Gannams Gomes case, I was an intervener, and they would not take my papers. It's unfortunate for them now. What follows is a transcript from the judge's bench ruling in which she excoriates political operatives Ralph Ford, who's in the right. Ralph Ford is a stand-up dude that the court hates. And Judge Bellis, in the Ozales case, which is currently in Stanford, has destroyed Dr. Ford's letter, who's a psychiatrist. Okay? A psychiatrist in Bridgeport is being targeted by the judicial system. Why? Because he thinks I'm sane. Well, that's straight up. Here we go. Judges Reed then forced Dennis Bradley to falsely maintain that he was in the public defender's office, which he has never been. So the public defender never paid Dennis Bradley. No, that's where it gets interesting. Okay? Who paid Dennis Bradley? Should I reveal that now? No, I shouldn't. We should wait till tomorrow. In 24 hours at 10 o'clock, it's now 8:30 a.m. on the 12th. On the 13th, tomorrow at 10 o'clock in Stanford, I will reveal massive... I'm going to bring 4 cases of documents with me to court. I'm going to wheel it in on a hand truck, and I'm going to show the judge repeatedly how checks were cashed, documents went missing, hundreds of motions were destroyed. I mean, the case we're in now has 62 motions. You should read number 54. I think 54 is over there. Let me grab it. Here's 54. It's in my hand. Okay? What does it say? It says, doctors denied me insulin as a type 1 diabetic. It's not in the screen, folks. I'm on motion 62, which is upstairs. But it's about Judge Bellis. Okay? And what she did to Alex Jones is nothing. They denied insulin to type 1 diabetics and tried to kill them with Zyprexa. Zyprexa is called the diabetic killer. They raise your sugar, they give you Zyprexa, and you die. It's that simple. It's in the book. Want to see the book? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. This book is about the $1.4 billion lawsuit that Eli Lilly lost. And when you go through the book, you can see. On February 22nd, 2005, my brother was found dead on the floor and came home where I came to where he was living. I had spoken with him that night before. He seemed fine. I asked the coroner to order a toxicity level thing for his olanzapine, which is Zyprexa, same drug. And his blood, I found out that the toxic level max is 250, okay? She also found out the autopsy showed nothing wrong. Normal blood, healthy adult male. Then she found out that it was twice that level later, 450. Zyprexa carries a prominent black box warning, and the risks of death. Lilly praised 16 sales reps by name for the number of prescriptions they had convinced doctors to write using a prepared script. The judge was protecting Lilly, and this guy got killed because his toxicity level was 430 milligrams per milliliter, okay? And 250 is the max. So they just have to give you a little bit more to murder you, okay? These records right here are super important. These are the Norwalk doctor records of them billing Medicaid for denying insulin to diabetics. Rationing. They talk about rationing the insulin all over the place in these documents. Okay? Fine. Getting the gist? It's about murder. Now, Judge Bellis, in this article I was talking about, okay, was dealing with Ernie Newton, Chris Mattei, Bill Bloss from Koskoff, and Beater. Do you know who Bill Bloss is? Okay. It's a criminal enterprise. Needless to say, at the Alex Jones trial, Matt Blumenthal was on the staff of Koskoff and Beater, so that Blumenthal would get a front row seat, the dad, at crucifying Alex Jones. Okay, fine. So, you look at any document in the court, right here. Someone sent me this yesterday in Messenger. This is the Town Plan and Zoning Commission of Fairfield minutes about the 108 Bureau Street zone change application by attorney Stephen Bellis. Attorney Stephen Bellis. You see this? Attorney Stephen Bellis. That is Judge Bellis's husband. So not only is Stephen Bellis suing on behalf of Ben Proto, GOP chair, and the members present, Alex Harrison, Steve Levy. Do you know who Steve Levy is? Steve Levy. I didn't look into all these people, but if that's the Steve Levy from Suffolk, Long Island, he's the guy that has the Levy Agreement, which we subpoenaed and we were refused. So they started to target people in Connecticut and kill them. And they are dead. So I'm saying there's probably 18 people dead now? I don't know. I kind of lost track. I can't be held responsible. Some of them I don't know. The last 3 murders I do not know, okay? The last 3 murders, I don't know the people, or I don't think I know them because I haven't been talking to them directly. I have a third party talking to them. So when you look at the zoning amendments application, established a new section, Congress Street Affordable Housing District, okay? The attorney and the judges are working, and if you look at Motion 62, which I don't have right in front of me, that's not in the screen either. So there's 62 motions missing. Okay, now the judges have a room over there filled with documents, okay? Case after case. Cash the check, dismiss the case. No orders. Just tomorrow is a case in Stanford that you must go to because the marshal will probably assault me. His last case I followed, he punched a guy handcuffed behind the back in the face. Now that marshal has robbed murder evidence from me. Okay? Elizabeth Harding murder evidence. Okay? He also stole Corey Coopersmith attempted murder evidence. And that was against Mark Stern, who was Malloy's attorney, who is a Norwalk police officer. So there's another second Norwalk police officer involved in tomorrow's case. And it's pretty ugly. He was chair of the GOP. So here we go. The chair of the GOP is working with Judge Bellis. They're doing all these things for local zoning control. And here, motion was made by Miss Harrison and second by Miss Braun, and the members present unanimously voted to table these items about zoning regulations pursuant to 830G of the Connecticut General Statutes. So what's going on here? Bethel got sued, Trumbull got sued, Waterbury got sued. Who didn't get sued? Every town is getting sued. Who's benefiting? Ben Proto. Who's benefiting? Stephen Bellis. Who's benefiting? Stephen Shapiro. What's going on here? Look at the transcripts. Look at Exhibit 103. Look at Exhibit 104. Now we're going to go off the table. Look at Exhibit 62. Because number 54, or number 52, excuse me, was to recuse Judge Bellis in February from our case because of her husband, Stephen Bellis. Zoning regulation right here on this document over here. What I am telling you is that the lawyers and the Bar Association, motion was made by Mr. Levy and second by Delgado, voted to approve the zone change and the special permit application to 1636-1640 Old Post Road. Okay? For change of use. 623 Reef Road Coastal Site Plan applicant to demolish existing single-family resident and construct a FEMA complaint duplex, Resident B zone. Public hearing. The public was very upset. Attorney Bellis, supported by his criminal wife, presented the application along with his traffic expert, okay, who cares, Vice Chair Corsillo, okay, who cares, Alex Harrison, Secretary, Jody Cara Gaines, Clerk, okay, who cares, right, who cares? I care. And Justin and Jonathan DeBarros cares, and we're both running for Congress, and we won't win unless we can convince the judges that they violated the judicial conduct fourth fourth canon of judicial conduct, which is bias, political bias. Now, what I'm saying in this document is that the judges, specifically Judge Reed, forced Dennis Bradley to represent me, claiming he worked for the public defender. Read my lips. When in fact he is a Jim Himes staffer. So here we go. Judge Bellis was helping Jim Himes, and that room over there is filled with cases of Flynn versus Bank America, Himes' largest donor, where they laundered so much freaking money through my brokerage firm that I sued them like 250 times, 250 cash checks, 250 dismissals, no discovery, no articulation, no clarification, nothing. Okay, so what they did was, where's Carl Kerwin? Oh, he's dead. Where's my campaign manager? Oh, he's dead. What happened to my other campaign manager? She got assaulted and robbed. What happened to the people that voted for me? They got raped, shot at. The nephew got shot in the back of the head of Heather, who's going to be in the courtroom. And the ladies from the 50 single Catholic mothers involved with Levy, I don't know if that's the same Levy, and I don't care at this point, because the damaging evidence is coming to court tomorrow. It will be epic, and I will explain it to Judge Bellis, or whoever the judge is, because maybe she'll come to her senses, and maybe not. We have filed many prejudgment remedies, which are all denied. All denied. So we sought many different, any possible remedy. We went to the Claims Commissioner. 100% of the cases that filed with the Claims Commissioner are denied. Okay, so where are you going to go? The CHRO, we sued them. What happened? Oh, they have immunity. Oh, Tong has immunity. No, Tong does not have immunity because the races are rigged by these judges, and they're bribing people through this 380G mechanism. Okay, Stephen Bellis. And this is the case against Fairfield. And where does it say? Public hearing. Okay. Well, all the people come and complain and nothing happens, except that they force the planning director Mullins presented along with Director Harrigan. Well, maybe they should be fired for this. And here, Section 80-30G of the Connecticut General Statute is being used by Ben Proto to sue Bethel, Fairfield, everywhere. Milford, Stratford. He lives in Stratford. Guess what? Bellis lives in Shelton. The Motion 62 describes how she's rigging the delegates because this guy, Attorney Stephen Bellis, is a delegate at the convention. So the article mentions them rigging the Democratic convention, and now they're rigging the Republican convention through Ben Proto and bribes from, you guessed it, 80 830G. Section 830G. These are bribes. I'll support your campaign if you'll support this 830G thing. No, I'd rather give the towns local control. Okay? This is communism. This is unconstitutional. And people in the cases are being murdered. Blunt force trauma to the head is not a suicide. Okay? So, if I get blunt force trauma to the head by Joe Suda, that's not suicide. Okay? Now, the real problem is that 11 towns have been questioned about the committee, the certification committee of the convention that is the 15th and 16th. So Ben Proto may not let me in, okay, because he has threatened the delegates. State Central is threatening the delegates. They're forcing them to vote as a block. So if you're a delegate and you don't watch this, I'll tell you this. I'm not going to lie down in the road and let you run over me again. No. Because this is judicial corruption that violates the fourth canon of judicial conduct. And Judge Bellis is in trouble because her husband is rigging the Republican convention as we speak. Shelton has really screwed up because I filed a human trafficking case with them. I filed a car theft ring case with them. I filed an assault charge with them. I filed numerous things with Mark Loretti. I called Mark Loretti 15 times last month. No call back. They told me there was a meeting that didn't exist. I went to the meeting that did not exist. They're interfering with the convention, and there are no rules. So they denied us the rules because the rules don't exist yet, Johnny. Because if the rules existed, well, then they would have violated them for threatening the delegates. So if you're a delegate and you got threatened or coerced into doing something, if someone told you who you had to vote for, and you tell me, I'll drop you from the suit, and I'll pat you on the back, and I'll call you friend. But otherwise, there are nice people, and then there are evil people. Norwalk has a few nice people, but the majority, and certainly State Central Rep Doug Hempstead, they need to be put in jail, and that's what I'll do. So thank you for listening. I have a ton of evidence on all these people. They are so stupid that it's not even funny. Okay? Watch and learn. Tomorrow's a big day. The human trafficking people are coming. There will be an FBI agent involved. I'm going to invite him right now on my phone. You can watch me. I'll tell you what I'm going to say. Here, let me text him. And if he doesn't show up, he's in on it. Okay? Good. Just saw. Wow. Secret Service. Can't answer the Secret Service. Now here's the guy. There is a case in Stamford. Hey. Sorry I couldn't get my act together for you on no notice.
No, that's okay. I didn't know about the meeting last night about that. I went to speak about something else, and I didn't see the agenda. And I was so mad because I've been so ready to have this meeting and talk about it, and then all of a sudden she calls me.
So did they force the ES&S software on Waterbury?
Well, yeah, everybody voted yes. Kelly was the only one.
Okay, because that's a criminal software.
Yes, I'm aware. So this is it.
Get me their names. Get me their names.
Not the final vote. So listen to me. We still have an opportunity.
Okay.
What I did was I took all of the documents that you gave me.
Yep.
And I put it into Chat GPT.
Yep.
And I had it read and scan over the paperwork. And
nice.
It actually does.
Mm-hmm.
And I have pinpointed questions.
Yep.
On regards to the ES&S from those documents that state there's a problem, right?
The Alfred sensors are the problem.
Yes. So I need just get if there's documents on that more besides of what you just gave me. Give it to me so that I can do the same thing and break it down into bullet point questions.
Got you.
What I want to do is, because we have a few weeks before the next meeting, which probably like a week or two.
Cool.
We need to contact, once I get this all together, I'm going to contact each and every one of the aldermans, and I'm going to present this to them.
This is rigging software.
Yes,
and hold on. The programmers are from Serbia.
Yeah.
Scott Bates, who's Deputy Secretary of State Attorney, goes to Serbia and handles their elections.
Right.
He's in touch with the programmers that rigged 20 elections. At least.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Connecticut hacked, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia, multiple times Georgia, Pima and Maricopa County through this software.
So the form that you gave me that has the IP addresses and the latitude and longitude and the numbers, where did you get that?
It matches the one that Mike Lindell has on his website.
So...
No, I got it in Arizona and Illinois.
Okay.
I got it in Illinois. Huh?
Do you have other documents that go with that?
I have 100 cases of documents.
Okay. The one that shows that it went through UConn.
Yeah. No. This is very important. That IP address, 199.142.3242.
Yeah.
That's Tyler Technologies' IP address. Okay, so Connecticut pays Tyler Technologies monthly.
Yes.
Now the key is Tyler Technology writes the check to all of the 72,000 Connecticut state employees. They are a check writing business, okay, rigging the election, okay, and they run the court back office system. So if you go to jud.ct.gov and you look for a case, that software is Tyler Technologies. Do you understand? It's the judge's software that has an IP address used to hack 20 other states in the United States. And that same company is paying every single state employee in the state. And the problem here is that, for example, Ohio has 12 million citizens. Connecticut, 3.6, right? So 4 times as many Ohio citizens as Connecticut. Straight up, right? Now, Ohio only has 50,000 state employees. Connecticut has 74,000 or 72,000, I'm not sure. But it's over 70. So if Ohio has 4 times as many people, why does it have 2/3 as many state employees? Why? Because a lot of these people don't do any work at all. So we're supporting their $80 billion in pensions. So Betsy is correct that you could actually lay off $80 billion in long-term, basically off-balance sheet liabilities and fix the state. Because every employee in Connecticut should do the equal amount of work of every employee in Ohio, and they're actually doing less than 1/4, because there's 4 times as many people, and there's 2/3 as many state employees in Connecticut as Ohio. So the math is there to support the plan. The math is there.
Yeah.
I'm right now doing a video, okay, about Easton, Connecticut's lawsuit with Judge Bellis's husband, where Ben Proto is suing towns with the help of Judge Bellis, who framed Alex Jones, who framed Dennis Bradley, who was forced to be my attorney, and then they forced him to destroy my exculpatory evidence. So when I went to court, it's very complicated. There's a video of me getting my ass kicked, and I'm not allowed to have it because the judges sealed it. They sealed it. So what's going on is here, Fairfield is complaining about the lawsuit. There's a similar one in Waterbury, by the way. They're all over the place. Zoning 830G zoning enforcement changes. So it's a bribery machine for Steven Shapiro, who bribed Jonathan DeBarros, okay?
Yeah.
And it's all related to the criminal corruption in the Stamford Superior Court through Judge Ozales. And I'm putting it on the record. The case is tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I got 2 of the most awesome ladies on the planet Earth coming. So we'll see what happens.
Wow.
Anyway, there's murders involved, and they think they have immunity for murder. I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we're not crazy. Dr. Ford said so.
Dr. Ford said so.
Dr. Ford said so in writing, and guess who lost the notes? Judge Reed, Judge Ozales, and Judge Bellis covered it up. So I got sent to Whiting, where they tried to kill me with Zyprexa, and they rationed my insulin, and I have none of the medical records. 0.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, well, you paid for it through Medicaid. It should be public record. And by the way, you're entitled to your own medical records, even if Attorney General Tong had them stolen. This is criminal on the Attorney General's part.
Right.
So, yes, I'd be happy to help you anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
Let me wrap this up.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. Have no worries. Oh, I filled out that questionnaire for you.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know how you find out where it went, but it
goes to my daughter's friend in New Mexico, and she's the one making my flyers and my little newspaper clippings of who I am. And
oh, you're doing fashionably well. You're going to clean their clock.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm doing is reaching out to people to personally give personal references of who I am, because Waterbury doesn't know who I am. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know.
They're gonna know. We can talk about that. So let me show the people this picture. This is Shapiro, the scumbag, with the glasses. Oh no, this is Bellis, excuse me. This is Judge Bellis's husband, with the scumbag with the glasses, who's referenced in this Fairfield document. But, oh, this is a committee lady on the Credentials Committee rigging the convention. Her name is, what's her name? Annalisa Stravato. Wonderful. You'll see her at convention, and you should bring the handcuffs because they're rigging the event against this guy here, Fazio, and this lady, Betsy McCaughey. But as Erin goes down in flames, you want to see Erin? Hold on. She's getting a little bit chunky, I guess because she's overeating. Oh, here's a great guy to show you the picture of. This is John Craven, who's the biggest asshole in Connecticut, and he's the political guy for News Channel 12. News Channel 12 is about to be invited. Let me go. I won't say your name. God bless you. She's gone. Here we go. Here we go. What should we say? What should we do? Oh, here's Ben Proto. Smile if you don't want to debate. Ben Proto is rigging the debate for Erin Stewart, the thief. She's a criminal, folks. And she's bringing down the party with Ben Proto. They're bringing down the party. And it's not on me. I'll tell you who it's on. It's on Judge Bellis. Ben is orchestrating what's going on in this document. And we have the transcripts. The transcripts are clear. Ben is suing Republican towns, forcing 830G to bribe and pay for Erin's campaign. Who else's campaign? Maybe Fred Wilms. Maybe Peter Lamage. Probably not Matt Corey. Matt's safe. I better cut it off there because I don't want to reveal too much. And there's much more that's going to come out. Unfortunately, it will be after the delegates vote for the wrong person. Either the anti-Semitic guy or the... Yeah, I like the anti-Semitic guy. I don't think he's anti-Semitic at all. He's probably falsely accused. But the fact that Goldstein's son worked for Tourmaline, which is Jeffrey Epstein, and Leslie Groff in New Canaan, means that State's Attorney Gioeli is involved up to his eyeballs in Jeffrey Epstein human child trafficking from New Canaan, Connecticut. So I asked a state rep, on the judiciary to be my nominator. And he's still thinking about it because I have, well, why don't I show you the texts? Hold on. My father's driver is a lovely lady. And these are all the questions. Whoa. See this right-hand side? That's my text to him. All my questions for days about being the nominator. I don't want just the average Joe. I want the guy on the judiciary who's aware of what Judge Bellis is doing to know that she's committing crimes, rigging elections with her husband, and they are bribing people. They're bribes. And her husband is writing the checks with, what's his name? What's his name? Multifamily Section 830. Huh. Well, I think his name is Steven Shapiro. The blonde-haired guy I just showed you. Oh, Attorney Stephen Bellis. Attorney Stephen Bellis, the bitch of the wife. Thanks for listening.